We're back.
Oh, yep. Well, yep. Is that working?
Yep.
Yep.
It is Wednesday, so it is Wednesday of grand final week.
Wow.
You've been at the Brownlow, Harry?
Yeah, you were there as well, mate.
Yeah, I know. Ben, how's your
Ben,
week
how'd you
been?
go, mate?
Uh,
Yeah, it was pretty quiet week, actually. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't been up to much.
Yeah. Have you been to a Brownlow?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Apparently, we'll talk about it later, but they are very long nights, so sometimes it's not the worst.
Dodged a bullet.
Tell yourself that, mate. Yep.
Let's start with this or that.
This or that.
This or that. Yep, sorry. I'm just reading. No, we got it. So this week it's Feni, Feni.
Oh.
Is it an Indian liquor made from fermented cashew sap, or a leather purse from Hermes Summer 2024 collection? Purse.
You're looking in Perth?
Yep.
Do you know this for a fact? No,
I know exactly what you're thinking here, Ben.
I'm going to go the liqueur.
And you're right, we're all
Bang.
right. And you're silly because you were thinking of Fendi, I reckon.
Fendi, yeah. That's
The D.
No.
You got to know your fashion brands, mate. This is the stuff.
Got him.
Yep.
How many have you won in a row now?
Yeah, it's I'm on a
Rollo just
tear.
actually thinks through it a
No,
fraction
no.
more.
I'm in Cripps form here. I'm getting three.
Setting records.
And we had a lot of questions about the Brownlow. So first of all, congratulations to Patrick Cripps.
Yeah, amazing, Rick.
We are just going to say off the top, a deserving winner.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely deserving. An excellent season.
No one deserves it more. And yeah, obviously the way even Ben said before, the way he spoke and the way he carries himself,
Yeah.
and just an amazing human. So yeah, everyone's so proud of him and the way he did it as well. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
45 votes, the most ever. And yeah, that was I thought that was his best season he's had. So to do that at 29 and after playing so much good footy, it's a real credit to the fact he always wants to get the best out of himself. And yeah, couldn't be a more deserving winner. So super proud of you, Rick, and everyone's really pumped for you, mate.
I remember last time when he made his Brownlow speech, he said how he didn't like talking much when he came to the club. And
Yeah.
he didn't like doing media. And now he's so polished. He's
He's very
excellent.
good. Well, hope I'm not speaking out of school, but he said in his first year or two, like really struggled. Kind of had to sit down with like the media. I wanted to sit down with the media kind of manager, and they did like mock interviews and practicing just to kind of be more comfortable in that space. And yeah, you see how he speaks now, and he's got that real good art of being really authentic and laid back, but then really polished and like insightful with the words and the language he uses. So speaks really well, and yeah, just an all-round good guy, and I think everyone in the whole industry just sees that and is super pumped for him. So yeah, it was an amazing night to celebrate with him, and yeah.
If you had to name people in the competition currently who deserve 2 Brownlows, I think Patrick Cripps would be one of the first that would come to mind.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Congratulations.
It's also good because the way he speaks from someone, say, watching at home, is just incredible. He's so well calculated. He's very cautious on not sounding too ahead of himself, very humble. Always thanks the right people. Tries to get a message across as well. He was big on obviously chasing your dreams, working hard, etc., and understanding the platform he's got. And you really enjoy listening to those guys as a fellow player.
Yeah.
Because he understands the platform he's got and he carries the message in the right way. So, yeah, from a fellow player, I thought he spoke extremely well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and very also just after winning it, very much like this is to celebrate with his family and the club award, and very like just so inclusive of everybody to sell. Like it's like we were celebrating kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was it was awesome. His whole family are beautiful people as well, and yeah, it was a really fun night to have everyone there and celebrating.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions about it, but
Yeah.
before we get to them, you also said that as a player, if you're going to the Brownlow, which you've gone twice, and Cripps has won both times, is that right?
Yeah, so twice in person. I went in that, I had to go in that Zoom year in 2020 and 21. But yeah, so actually being in person, Crippa's won it both times. So it might be a good luck charm, Rollo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
that's also like a much funner experience,
oh,
or
yeah.
more fun
From
experience.
all reports, again, I haven't had a year that a Carlton player hasn't won it. But if you haven't got someone on your table that's not kind of
Even a chance.
to win it, then it becomes a bit of a long night. But yeah, if your teammate wins it, like the last 2 times has been so fun because it's like the who's who of the AFL there, and then like if your teammate wins it, like they're the rock star of the whole place. And then if you're like kind of with them, it's just like a really fun night and celebrating. And yeah, it was really good fun. So again, congratulations to Rick, and yeah, everyone's really proud of him.
Right, and now let's tear the Brownlow to shreds. No, we won't do that. But we do have a montage of questions here about the Brownlow from people that have sent them through onto the DMs.
Hey guys, Sarah here from Greenvale.
Hi, it's Leanne from Wallen.
Hey boys, it's Jai here from Rosetta, Tasmania.
Big congrats to Crippa for the Brownlow win, but do you guys genuinely think that he should have polled that many votes? Great season, deserved it, but was it really record-breaking?
To ask you, Harry, how did your mum Tracy feel being bumped as your date for the Brownlow?
Hi, I'm Serena from Templestowe, and I'm wondering if you believe that Nick Newman should have tallied some votes in the Brownlow.
Did any of the boys slightly get off the rocker at any of the tables? Cheers.
I'd love to know who was at the after party.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you, and go Bombers.
All right, let's
Right,
punch
first of all, good start. Crippa's year, 45 votes, 9 more than the previous record in a season, which I think was Wines and Dusty in their years.
Yeah.
So that's 25% on top of the greatest seasons of all time as judged by the umpires. And then
But there is an extra game.
extra game, correct?
Yeah.
And then Nick Dacos as well broke that record with his 38 votes. So
Well, from my opinion, it's hard to know. Again, there'd be more people that would know like those type of stats and the ins and outs of the voting. But as I said, I think that was Crippa's best year that I've seen him play. So I don't think there's how many votes that should equate to. Who knows? But I think that's some people would say that's the beauty of the Brownlow, that there's so many like you never know what's going to happen on the night in the voting. But Crippa was so consistent all year, and his ability to do it for such a long time means that he's if there's ever something that's line ball, like Crippa's like people just see him as like this standout player because of what he's been able to do in the past. So he's his year was amazing, and like as getting to see it up close as well. Like I think this is the other thing people forget. I reckon like if a second year player had, let's call Crippa's average game, not his best game for the whole year, but it's like a solid game, people would, and a second year player had that game, people were saying this guy's the next Chris Jard, like what a game, what an amazing game. Yeah. But if Crippa has that, it's just like, oh, that's an average game. But he probably has 25 and 1 and 10 clearances and 10 tackles. And we're saying, oh, that's an average game for Crippa. But if anyone else, like 90% of the league has that game, it's like best on ground, his best game for the year, dominated. So like you've got to remember how top level Crippa is.
Yeah.
So any of his games that aren't like his highest for the year are still an amazing games.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I feel the same about Bont, for example. I feel like we take him for granted. And so then he just doesn't get the votes that someone like Cripps does, which I still don't really...
But maybe does he that? Because then that's the other thing. It's like people were only saying that this year because the media was like, oh, Bontempelli might win the Brownlow. Like he was expected to poll a bit more.
One players player.
And was it coaches?
Dacos won the coaches.
But it wasn't far off, I don't reckon.
Wasn't far off, no.
Yeah, that's why it is. So we could go down a million different avenues, but
like Cripps beat Bontempelli by 26 votes. Like that's just crazy to me. I don't know. Do you think the system needs an overhaul?
I personally do. Yeah. I think we were saying off air that it might be ideally one where the players get a say, some media personalities or someone from the AFL, like a board, get a say. The coaches' votes have some influence in almost one MVP of the league. That's what I think.
All the opinions pulled together
into one. And
it's a good idea.
It's one sort of MVP night plus the All-Australian. I think, and as we said earlier, obviously Crippa had an amazing year. So did so many other guys. But you see every year that some guys get a bit shafted from the Brownlow, but yet poll really highly in the coaches' votes and vice versa. So there's obviously something that doesn't line up, and the umpire's got such a hard job umpiring the game, let alone deciding who's best on ground, etc. So I feel like, take that out of their hands, let them umpire the game fully. And if it's 5%, 10% of their mental energy deciding on who is best on, that's 10% they're not concentrating on the game potentially. So, I think you should take it out of their hands, let them do their job even better, and, make like a all-encompassing one MVP thing, I think.
Yeah. So to play devil's advocate though, but I nearly say like the umpires as well, they have like the purest look on the game and like the feel of the game, because like our game is more than just like stats. So I sometimes like that, you might not have had your biggest day stats wise, but like you can still have a big impact on moments and in that game, and like the umpires get a really good look at that. So yeah, I think it'd be hard to change as well because all the history of ever it's been the umpires, and I think it's going to have to stay that way.
The funny thing I think about is you hear every coach say internally, we don't care about stats. That's not how we judge a really good game. And I reckon, say Crippa, for example, Vossi wouldn't be thinking, Crippa had 35 and 3, he's best on ground. He would be doing so many other things on ground, like his leadership, his defensive work, etc. That's not judged as a stat. So that's where I get confused and frustrated. It's like the coaches get the most in-depth sort of view of the whole game, not just stats. It's what you're doing off ball. Like we obviously see during the week, the behind the goals vision of running patterns. Someone might set up someone, cover a man that might influence a scoring opportunity, etc. So it's hard because obviously the awards are more judged on stats, but the coaches get their overall picture of not just kicks, marks, handballs to a degree.
Yeah, but that's why they have their own award as well. So
yeah, I know. I just think it ideal. If I was the boss of the AFL, I'd love one main award like they do in the NBA or whatever it is. So,
but I think I don't mind how it's like the coaches have their, because I think everyone's starting and realizes that award has a lot of prestige now. Like that's a really good award to win. So I don't know if that'll ever get to where the Brownlow is. Excuse me. But I think having two separate awards like that, because the Brownlow is quite unique in itself, that it is like umpire voted. It's like
it's very
how you impact and like the feel and like the
prestige of it.
Yeah, it's like it's in its own kind of element. So yeah, I think having two awards like that is really good because the coaches ones are that is a really good forum for players to be acknowledged for small role acts or patterns or little things that they've done, where the coaches, they pour over probably 8 or 9 hours of vision before they give those votes. So it's unrealistic to... So that's a separate award, but that's why I think having a few different awards covers like those different categories.
Yeah. And it's nice because like Max Gorn's one of coaches, Robbie Gray's one of coaches. So like players that would never win a Brownlow.
Yeah.
But that's what like, and obviously a defender or even key forwards to a degree. Like, going to the night that, like, so McGovern and Wiedering, they were the All-Australian key defenders and didn't poll a single vote.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Riddle me that. Like, but you know that defenders or sometimes key forwards aren't going to poll. It's purely a midfielders award because you're right. They're front and centre. They influence games in different ways that the umpires see without going through 9 hours of vision. So I can understand that, but it's just unique on how different positions and players view that award, I think.
Yes, good start to the first question. Was Trace okay not being invited?
Look, she won a
Mrs.
minute.
Mackay.
She won a minute, but I reckon she was a little bit flat. Yeah. She was happy that I took Maddie, but I think Mum post Brownlow when I took her 2 years ago, I think she started getting a bit of taste for like the media stuff and kind of really let her wings, like started spreading her wings a little bit and just in the media world. So I think she maybe would have wanted another opportunity of that, but
probably thought she just deserved her own invite.
Yeah, well, wouldn't surprise me.
Mums with
Mike's table.
Yeah, true. But no, she was. I think she was happy that took Maddie and had a good night. So
it was lovely to meet Maddie.
Yeah,
as well.
No, it was good that you could meet her.
She's lovely. Yeah. Oh, we had a nice little chat there, and we were saying it's just the ultimate hard launch, the red carpet. Yeah, you don't get a harder launch than that, do you?
Wow.
Well, I'm waiting to hear another because someone will say you haven't launched something yet, so I don't know. But
no, it's still the reflection, the Insta story where you're in the reflection of the glass door.
Is that the best one? You
can't top that.
Is that the hardest launch?
That was your launch. Should Nick Newman have gotten votes?
Did he not get any votes?
I don't know. It's a very specific question. Is there a
Did Newey write that in?
Was he a defender? Yep. So
exactly. Not. Is there, for both of you, is there a particular game that you think someone was completely robbed? Does anything spring to mind?
I wasn't watching the 3-2-1s closely enough to miss it, but
maybe there's a couple of games that TDK like dominated.
True.
I thought he might have got a vote, but didn't. But I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. There wasn't too many.
Sounds like Nick Newman got 2 votes, 2 one-vote games.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Must be nice.
Do you think he deserved votes at any point, Ben? Was there a game?
Have you ever got a vote?
No, I never got a vote.
I was reminding a few people on the night that a few people were like, "Oh, is Ben here?" I was like, "Nah, he's never got a vote."
Thanks.
And you were leading the count after round 0.
After the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've never received a vote, so maybe next year.
Yeah.
Say that every year.
Keep chipping away, mate.
Said it for 9 years.
Yeah. Was there a table that was particularly loose? From memory?
Not anymore. I think they've stamped that out a fair bit, which I don't mind because I think back to what Ben's point and what Crippa's so big on, and he's talked about, like you're in that position where you're in a platform and people look up to you. So like a lot of young kids will be watching that, and I think carrying on and getting out of hand on national TV with lots of kids, and you are a role model. So I don't mind how it's taken a step towards a bit more professional, and then there's an after party where everyone can enjoy a good time together. So
Jeez, it'll make it boring though.
Oh, it's a long night, no doubt. Yeah. I reckon there's some ways that they can trim it back a bit, but yeah. Anyway, we digress.
And then the after party, which I imagine you can let the hair down a bit. And you had a fun story actually with some teammates.
Yeah, well, in 2022, Crippa obviously won it, and that was a little bit more down to the wire last kind of round. So, there was an after party afterwards, and I think we put in our group, players group, chuck on a suit and come down if you want to enjoy, like come and celebrate with everyone in the after party. So a couple of boys came down. It was quite late. It would have been like 11:30.
Yeah. On a Monday.
On a Monday night, and then so this going into this year when Crippa was obviously expected to do really well. So I think a few more boys were ready to go. So they probably had since about round 11 they could have started getting ready because Crippa was nearly home then. But a lot of boys, like maybe 10 or 15 boys, chucked on a suit and came and met everyone at the after party. So it was great. There was a lot of Carlton people celebrating all together. So that's why it's such a fun night. And to be able to celebrate with Crippa on such a huge achievement and have everyone there, it's like, it's really good fun. So it was great.
Love that. And then there was another big question in the DMs because, of course, you're a key defender, Ben. You're not getting any votes. Wiedering didn't get any votes. So this was your moment. Mark of the year time.
It's not my moment. It's
This
Jamie's
is your
moment.
moment. You shared it with him.
Yeah, it's a big moment for you, man. This is...
Here were the questions.
Ben, Harry, Rollo. It's Ben from Middle Park here.
G'day boys, Jared here from the Central Coast.
This is Matula from Coburg.
Just wondering to Harry, what was your reaction when Bobby Hill won Mark of the Year? I suppose you would have been disappointed that you didn't have something to hang shit on Ben for.
Just a question for Ben. How relieved were you when Bobby Hill was awarded Mark of the Year?
Just want to know if you guys are just as upset as all of us that we didn't get Mark of the Year. Ben, how are you feeling, mate? Oh, you must be devastated. Oh, well, come on, the Blues.
I'm with them. You're robbed.
Yeah, bad luck, mate. It's stiff.
Not me. It's not me, mate. Jamie was probably robbed. No,
you're an integral part of it.
It was like a dance, It takes two to tango.
It was obviously very stiff not to win it.
Yeah.
Like obviously in any other year he's winning, but I think it was at Zane Dersma as well. Like he took it.
That was a great
screamer.
mark. Yeah.
So 3 marks in any year they probably win. So I do feel for Jamie a little bit. It was obviously an incredible mark, but
and then Isaac Heaney in the qualifying final.
Yep. But
great year of marks.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I didn't really care one way or the other. It's going to be brought up
yeah.
multiple times
Don't lie,
going forward.
Mum sent a photo into our WhatsApp or one message group. Were you watching it with Mum?
I think Taylor
took a photo of Ben after it got announced, and Ben
was
really happy and relieved.
I was literally watching it on the couch, and she just took a photo as it was happening. I was just watching it with a smile.
Was like really relieved and like,
I'm picturing you punching the air.
Yeah, he was like celebrating.
I'll show you the photo. It was literally just
you don't have to get it up, mate.
Calmest photo I've ever seen.
Okay, apparently the photo's going to be up.
Yeah.
At some point.
Just edited, so he's celebrating.
Yeah, it's just get like meta AI.
Ben's just the most calmest. Like,
oh my God, you're ecstatic.
he's relaxed, he's happy.
I'm literally just watching. Anyway, well done to Bobby though.
Well done to Bobby. Well done to Jamie.
Sure.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, it's just part of like Anzac Day.
What's folklore? It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's folklore.
Yeah. It'll be shown again.
It was funny. Who was the host? Hamish.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
He was like, "Oh, coming up, the mark of the year." We saw Jamie Allett take one of the marks of the century or whatever, and then like 5 minutes later, Bobby Hill won mark of the year. It's like, it doesn't quite line up, but no, well done to both. They were both incredible marks.
And then, as we said before, I saw you on the red carpet, Harry.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was.
How'd you go? I haven't actually watched the video, but
oh, haven't you?
No.
You're in it.
You're in it.
Yeah, but I'm watching.
Why not?
Oh, I've been busy.
Oh, well, let's listen to my question to you then.
Melbourne Lord Mayor election coming up. Are we voting for Cooter or someone qualified?
As a Carlton man, I think it's in my best interest to say yes.
Team Cooter?
So, yeah, we like Cooter.
Very political answer.
Stitch up for Cooter.
Yeah, stitching up.
Has there been much talk about Cooter's election run at the club?
Not really. No, but
No,
he seems to be
hasn't
doing a
come
pretty good job.
Yeah.
I just, excuse me again, follow him on Instagram and, yeah, I think he's doing pretty good.
He
I
seems
don't know.
like a-
I
he seems
don't
like a
know
lovely
well
guy.
enough about it.
Straight bad answer.
No, I honestly don't know when it is or who's running against. Or I haven't got no idea. So, yeah. But anyway, was it good?
How'd you go?
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
It was good. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I was in a good spot this year.
Yeah. Mentally, physically.
Yeah. Because when you're stuck up at the start
Yeah,
of the red
no one wants to go
carpet,
at the start. Yeah.
everyone just brushes you.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like sidled up next to the serious media, like the broadcast media, and so they're stopping people and they're answering all the questions, and then so I can just kind of latch onto them as they go past.
For everyone out there, do you get told where to stand, or you just sort of
Yeah,
make
you
your
get
way?
told.
Right.
Yeah, but then in future, I might just pick my
That's your
spot.
spot.
You
Yeah,
say
just
you
roll
get
a
told to
spot.
go there.
Yeah, sorry, and take the sign, like the Triple M sign. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, move it. Yeah.
move it. But no, it went well. Got
Yeah.
all the big names.
So how many did you interview, and how many made the final cut?
About 80% probably made the final cut
Nice.
because it was going a bit long. Yeah.
I was trying to explain to Maddie. I was like, "Oh, we'll go and see Rollo. Like he does like these like shit questions for Triple M at Brownlow, so we'll go and say hello." Like, it's like, "Oh, what type of questions?" And I'm like, "Oh, just kind of funny ones. Like, might try and ask like a political question." And she's like, "Oh, do I have to read up on politics?" She was like panicking. I was like, "No, it's funny. Like, you'll be fine."
Yeah. No, don't worry. Adam Trelaw has never done any preparation.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
Should we hear from?
we got that?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear ads?
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
With the US distracted geopolitically by the sovereignty of Taiwan, do you think that we're potentially missing a crisis nearby in the Korean region, perhaps?
I don't know.
No thoughts on Kim Jong-un's current dictatorship?
Nah, I've got zero thoughts on that.
Does he just,
Why so serious,
It's like
Adam?
6 years
Yeah.
of us
Every
about
year.
North Korea. Yeah.
How many times now has that been with Adam? Like
I
4
think
years or like-
at least 4 or 5. Yeah. It's just been the same answer every year.
what was the best question? The funniest question? I have to watch it. I'll go back and watch it. But
I really liked
Connor Rosie's
Rosie's
Yeah,
answer.
he did well.
Like, I'll ask you, how many seconds would you put in a microwave to reheat soup if you just had a bowl of soup?
how long's it been in the fridge for? Like what?
Oh wow, that's
What are
an
we
extra
talking?
layer. It's overnight. It's stone
Oh,
cold.
I'd go like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked like what kind of soup. I said minestrone. Then he said 3.5 with a stir in the middle.
Yeah, that's pretty
About
solid.
right. I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
Depends. Like if it's a thicker one, like a potato on leek that's been really like
Yeah.
real thick, you have to kind of probably go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Depends how you like your soup as well. Some people might like it
I should
boiling
have
hot.
asked you.
Yeah.
How long we got? We can talk about this all day.
He did answer it well though, Connor. It was funny.
Yeah.
He bought into it.
He
It's good.
did. He bought into it,
Yeah, that's
which
the
is
key.
always better. This is from Zane.
G'day boys, Zane here from Kilsyth South. Just wondering if Rollo could ask Tom Mitchell more about his Lumo deal. I am getting absolutely reamed by my service at the moment, so I'd love more info. Cheers boys. Good Liz. Well done, Crippa.
Good, Zane.
Did you get Tommy Mitchell?
Yeah. So the year he won, he was doing all the traditional media, and then I asked if he's happy with his electricity provider, and it completely stumped him.
Yeah.
And ever since, he's always just bought. He's like
Yeah.
prepared,
Yeah,
and
I
then he
love
was showing me his Lumo, his last Lumo bill, and
Yeah.
he's happy with them.
Right, that's good.
That's
You
brilliant.
probably use it to get a good deal, like kind of
Well,
use a good publicity.
That's what I think he was doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, Zane, get on Lumo. Apparently, they're good. Twinners.
Ben and Harry's
I'm so excited for this.
winners
Birds often think I'm a tree.
and losers.
Mandarins. I just love them. I'm mandarins at the moment.
Well, I was just going to keep it Brownlow themed.
Yeah.
My twinners would just like shout out to, especially all the partners that did such a good job to get ready. And obviously, this is the first time I brought a partner to the Brownlow, but there's a lot of like they're in the spotlight quite a lot, and a lot
Yeah.
of people judge what they wear and how they look and stuff. So I think the more we can bring it towards celebrating like how good they are in terms of supporting the players and being there for them on
For
that
sure.
night versus I think it was better this year from all reports in terms of in the previous years, it's articles about who
Worst
look
dressed.
worse,
Yeah.
and like it's just
How awful.
Yeah, it's really. I reckon that's really poor. So, I think it was a better step this year, and the more we can celebrate, acknowledge, how supportive they are for the players and the role they play, the better, I reckon. So, well done to all the partners, and they all looked amazing. So, well done.
It's a really good call.
Well said.
Nice one.
Mine's a hybrid, so I went to the footy on.
He's always got a hybrid.
Yeah.
Not always.
It's the bittersweet.
Twice a year.
Yeah.
I went to the footy on Saturday night, the Brisbane Geelong game.
Yeah.
So the Twinner is just. There's nothing better than walking to the footy. You're part of the atmosphere. I think I said a few weeks ago, but you just don't get that as a player. So I really enjoy the atmosphere of it all.
So how, explain your ticket situation. Did you just
good
buy
question.
them? Or?
No. So through the club, we messaged the footy ops lady, and she was able to get 5 or 6 tickets. I think every club can get some type of access to tickets.
Yeah,
You just got to put in your request to the AFL. So we got, I think it was 5 tickets for some of the boys, which is good.
Who'd you go with?
Rids, Andy, Nick Martin,
Nice.
Kane Baldwin. So there's about 5 of us. So
That's cool. I like that. I like that kind of part of the playing group that still loves footy.
yeah,
and just wants
absolutely. Like me especially is a bit of a footy head, so I actually really enjoy the atmosphere of a live game. But my loser was going to be, we were sitting right in the pocket on level 1, like on the junction, and there was a few times where there was a scramble ball in the goal square, and people would stand up to sort of see what's happening.
Yeah.
And we couldn't see a thing for say 10 seconds of the play. And
So you weren't getting up either?
Well, no, we weren't.
So an easy fix would be.
What'd you say?
I mean, if you all stood up.
What would the easy fix be?
Yeah, but
do you really want to
then
see?
the person behind me can't see, so there's an
And then
etiquette
they
to it.
stand up?
That's true. The
Then
person
they stand up. It's all staggered though.
The person behind Ben would still be
Correct.
in trouble.
So I was showing respect and say, mate, at least you can see if I don't stand up.
I mean, if Andy stood up, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
True. But when was it Henry kicked that really good goal that put him in front, like we didn't see it. We were like, we had to look at the replay. So there's just an etiquette thing, I think, at the footy that you sort of don't realise when you haven't been in a while. But all in all, it was really cool.
So you're not allowed to stand up at the footy.
It's just an etiquette, I think, because you got to remember there's people behind you. I'm not sure how you're not computing that.
Yeah, I don't know, Rollo.
Oh no, I'm standing up. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not stopping me from standing up.
But surely you got some thing in your brain thinking there's someone behind me that can't see what's happening.
Nah, the thing in my brain is, oh shit, he's going to kick this.
But why can't you? You can still see it.
Everyone can stand up as well because it's a staggered system, right? So that means
Yeah, I
that
get
you should
that,
be able
but
to all see.
Not everyone's the same height, Harry.
Yeah, but you're not like a big skyscraper that no one can see around or behind.
Almost.
Yeah, not far off.
But you can still see the action sitting down. Is my
I get your
argument.
point.
So you just don't want anyone to stand up. So we just want to be all politically sitting there.
It's called you woke.
At Wimbledon, just little.
No, I feel you can
polite
still
little
see
clap.
you can still see the play as a neutral supporter.
Also, you have to be a member to stand up.
Well,
This is great.
No, what do you?
What about like at a concert?
what?
Like if it's like at Rod Laver and you're on.
It's
The,
just something that annoys me.
Yeah.
It's just something I've always thought of. I'm a courteous supporter compared to others. That's all.
Yeah.
So that was my loser. Anyway, I'm
that.
sure many people can
I
understand.
think you're in a minority. I think people
Yeah.
are standing for those moments.
No, I don't agree. But it's not just everyone in the whole. It's just the people that are right close to the play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only like half the bay that would stand up, not everyone. Which because they're right there, they want to be like even closer. So it's not everyone. It's just the people that are involved in that exact area. But,
Yeah. Were you yelling out, "Sit down"?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I was tempted.
Some of us can't see.
Anyway.
What a game though.
Yeah,
My
great
God,
game.
is that one of the better games? I mean,
Um,
you've been to as a neutral.
The first half was a bit scrappy. I think there was a lot
Was
of
actually.
miss shots. I
No
felt
one scored for 19 minutes.
No, there was. I felt like the second half opened up a little bit.
Mm.
There was a lot of sort of quick ball movement and pockets of space sort of opened up and some really good play. But all in all, yeah, I think ultimately it was a cracking game of footy, and obviously Geelong would have been flat. They lost, but that'll go down as one of the best prelims.
Yeah.
In a long while. So although it sucks, it was pretty cool to be a part of in terms of a fan.
Yeah. 3 goals and a poster in the last 2.5 minutes, basically.
When Henry kicked that goal, when Stewart did that tackle and kicked that goal,
Yeah,
Henry, I thought, they take a good effort to beat him from here. But Brisbane obviously went bang bang and game over. So where were you sitting?
I was level 4, Shane Warne stand about halfway back.
Yeah,
on the wing.
Okay.
was great. Oh,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah, it's so
full,
much better, yeah.
you see everything when you're up top.
Everything. You can't see much in level one.
Yeah, this weekend I'll be similar to you. I think I'm in a pocket.
Nice.
Oh
Don't
God,
stand up, mate, if you
I
do.
won't stand. I won't stand. I promise. Losers. I mean, that was a hybrid? Yeah.
I just had, so again, Brownlow related, but the lift situation. So trying to get down to the red carpet and walk. I reckon the lifts was jam packed. It took 20 minutes to get like a lift from your room down to.
Yeah.
So going forward, that would be a nice one to.
How do you fix that?
Don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. Don't know. I'm just saying it was a loser of like waiting.
well,
Waiting around for a lift.
Yeah.
It's a conversation, so you're allowed to go.
Yeah, well, I
solutions?
didn't necessarily have any solutions at this stage. It was more just tabling some thoughts and
Just
then
fix it.
Yeah,
just be better.
Put in another lift. Don't know.
I actually have a loser that I'm curious if you guys agree with. Because you guys go to a lot of hotels. Hotel lights. How there are like
In
a
your room
switch
or-
in the room.
Yeah.
There's like a master switch sometimes, and then there's like some
completely agree. It's just-
overcomplicated. You
I agree.
hit this, and then all the lamps go
Yeah,
up, and and there's just no
Keep
no
it simple,
rhyme or
stupid,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah, like can't
Totally
we
agree.
just keep normal light switches in the hotel?
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. That's a good point.
Drives me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fair call because then some turn on like a little lamp, others don't. And it's like
Yeah.
you have to get the equation right to get all the lights on or
And
off.
you've got the blinds going open
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep.
And then,
That's one of your best losers.
thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the ceiling fan to go without the lights coming on.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
so I eventually just had to not have the fan on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm glad your voice.
I'm glad that's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, is Luke a grab, or is it no? Okay. So I mean, you guys can take this one.
Are we?
Oh, has he sent? I don't know. I don't have the message.
Oh,
So yeah,
I missed that.
talking about the of the game from last week, we got sent a DM from Luke Fletcher, about this photo that was posted on the AFL's official Instagram. Essentially, it's Rollo hugging all the Lions players in the rooms after the game.
One
Well,
Lions
you know
player.
the Startoviches.
Yeah. So my mate is Brandon Starstovich's cousin.
Go.
So you know him personally?
I've met Brando. Yeah, I've met Brando about.
First name.
about
Does he use his nickname? You know?
I've met Brando about 7 or 8 times now. And then his family, including his twin sister, came back to my house after the win
Nice.
because they're all from WA, and so it was
right.
like, yeah, no, I know Brando.
The funny thing was, I reckon 10 minutes after they were in the rooms, I think you posted a photo of it. Or
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
It was
like
quick to-
immediate. It was
Yeah.
Just so good to capitalise.
And I think do they do like a roaming Brian or whatever afterwards as well?
No, he did the Friday game,
Right.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
but
Because they did seem in a few of the videos you were in the background lurking around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say, because you guys have been in this situation many times, but the rooms after a big win, as like a Nuffy supporter, is the coolest experience.
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
just
vibe.
so awesome.
Yeah.
You're walking around, you see all the players are hugging
Yeah.
their family.
Yeah, it's really nice.
A
Yeah.
couple of getting interviewed, and there's
Yeah.
it's just hugs and joy.
Yeah.
and-
It's in inner sanctum,
Yeah.
obviously, and it's you're right. It's pretty cool.
You guys probably take it for granted, I imagine.
A little
I
bit.
mean, you're playing.
Still the best
so
part
it's-
after a win, those
yeah.
those moments in the rooms.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but it was sick. So yeah, I will continue to insert myself this weekend if we get up.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, mate? How
I'm so nervous.
this week compared to last year?
Last year was kind of, to me, it felt like a bit of a free hit because, like, Collingwood's the best team, and if we win, it'd be such a not a fluke, but it would have felt like very surprising to me.
Right.
But this year, it just feels like it's there for the taking
Right.
to me, anyway. As a Brisbane supporter, what do you guys think? What's your initial thoughts?
Well, it's first time in 18 years or something that it's been a non-Victorian team.
yeah,
It's pretty
06.
crazy.
Yeah,
I think Sydney probably slight favourites, but I think you're right. I think the form Brisbane have been in, it makes for a pretty exciting game. So I don't really have a favourite, but I think it'll be a good game. I'm really excited to watch.
it's hard to pick, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both in good
I don't know.
form. It's good to see obviously
Yeah.
really really strong wins from both teams.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams are playing good footy.
Mm.
Maybe if I was a betting man, Sydney, but just.
Yeah.
But then I reckon, Lions are probably it feels a little different to last year how they've got there and like everything like that. But yeah, especially it's interesting that the Swans lost in 22 and Lions lost in 23. So obviously the adversity that, but you learn a lot of lessons. So I reckon it'd be a ripping grand final because both teams would have learned some things over those experiences and be better for it. So yeah, it should be a cracker.
It'll be heartbreak for the loser. Like, unbelievable heartbreak. The Swans, have lost their last 3 grand finals
Yeah.
heading into this one. And
Yep.
they're all pretty recent. So
Yeah.
and then obviously the Lions, if they were to lose 2 in a row,
Yeah,
which
it's
would
like
be,
you'd have to question whether you get another look at it. Yeah.
yeah, which is going back to, is that going back to the Saints, the last team to do that? It's,
It also feels like Brisbane are almost enjoying being the underdogs. Obviously, they've gone the hard way through the final series. So it seems from an outsider looking in, that's a bit of their mentality of, why not us, and a bit of the underdog story. So
If they win, are they only the second team ever to win it outside the top 4?
Yep.
yeah, under the current final system, the Bulldogs, and they beat Sydney too. So
It's not like you haven't looked into it at all.
I've done my research.
What about poor shout out to Oscar McInerney?
Oh yeah,
Shoulder,
good call,
poor bloke.
great call.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
tough.
he's played all year. He's
Played all year,
dominated.
and he's played like the last few years. He's barely missed a game. I think he's been concussed in a final recently, so
True.
he's just had some really rotten luck.
Who do they reckon will come in?
I think Fagan last night confirmed Darcy Ford.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Which is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No-brainer. 35 games, but he's 31 years old. He's played a final before. He's actually got a undefeated record in finals, Darcy Ford.
There you go.
He's 1-1. Yeah. And he's ready, mate. He's ready to go, I think.
Yeah. So has he played senior footy this year much?
He
or
has, but it was back in
early
about
start?
April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
A question I did have, the Swans haven't played at the MCG since April, and then the Lions obviously won the prelim there. Would you take any advantage out of that, or is it grand final days are completely
I
different
think
beast,
Sydney
you
have clearly been the best team all year on every ground they played at. So
Yeah.
I think that rules.
The only thing, like from a player point of view, like if you were at the G the week before, as silly as it sounds, but probably what hotel you're staying at,
Yeah.
where you drive in, what rooms you're in, like all that type of thing. The venue, like that recency bias would probably. I'm thinking me as a player, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that I'd play there the week before. But in terms of like does it have an impact on the 2 hours?
Yeah.
No, God no. It's good. It's a grand final.
Yeah.
They could play it on the moon, I reckon, and everyone have a crack still.
Once a game starts, all those thoughts just disappear.
Yeah, it just goes away.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because you have them every week, but then as soon as the ball bounces,
The only thing I can think of is obviously the SCG is quite a small ground versus the MCG. So maybe in their weekly planning of when they're playing or what ground. Obviously the G is a bit bigger, so maybe there's a little conversation there. But I think Sydney is so adaptable to no matter what ground they play at.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a good win. They smashed Hawthorn there, I think, but then they also lost to Richmond at the MCG, the wooden spooner.
Yeah.
So that would be.
Don't read into that too much.
Oh, I'm reading into heaps.
Rollo's been
reading into heaps,
pouring through every stat.
No Premier has won after losing by more than 100 in the home and away season. So I've got about 100 of these if you want to hear them.
What about the other way? What about some ones? Swans, every time Swans have won the minor premiership, they've won the flag and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yep.
I know. I wouldn't read into that.
Don't believe everything you say.
Yeah, no, that one's stupid.
Yeah.
DMs, a couple left. We've got Layla.
Hey Ben and Harry, it's Layla from Dowsford. My question is, what was your favourite Brownlow outfit?
Oh.
You better be political, Harry.
Well, I thought my partner,
Maddie
was
absolutely stunning.
Obviously the best dressed, but if we can't say Maddie, then...
What about one of the guys? Was there someone who... Ginnivan had the white suit.
Yeah.
Well, while she bought Kempy, I thought Kempy looked sharp. He had
Yeah.
a nice fresh fade. And
did you get a haircut for it?
Yeah. Kempy looked pretty sharp, so...
Yeah,
I'll give him a shout out.
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Black,
said everyone looked
black
amazing.
suit or white suit. Yeah.
What about worst dress? Who do you think?
Headline.
And finally from Emily.
Hi. This is a question for like both of you guys, and I think maybe I'm just tweaking. But is your guys' last name pronounced Mackay or McKay? Because I hear everybody say Mackay, and I call you guys Mackay, and I think you call yourselves Mackay. But last night at the Brownlow, Charlie said McKay, and it tweaked me out because I was like, "There's no way I've gotten this wrong." Anyways, I just wanted to know.
Well, maybe we've been
what tweak means.
Calm down, Emily. Stop tweaking.
Well, I was going to say, maybe we've got it wrong. I thought it was Mackay, but
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't actually hear Charlie say that, but knowing Charlie,
It's not the first time he's done that, I reckon.
It's on brand for him.
I reckon I've heard him say it before.
Charlie, like, he's very. This doesn't surprise me that if he said your name like Mackay or Mackay, like he's just.
And if you were to correct him,
No,
you're like, oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, nah, whatever. It doesn't matter at all. Charlie's very much a free spirit. Like he wouldn't,
Yeah.
wouldn't think twice.
So
But
he wouldn't care if people called him like Kernow.
Nah, God no.
Yeah.
No.
You start calling him Kern.
It seems on brand for him.
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
I'm sure he knows our last name. If you
Well, maybe
actually
not.
actually examined him on it, probably. But in that moment, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
that's funny.
But it is Mackay.
yeah, it's Mackay. I'm pretty sure it's Mackay.
Pretty sure.
It is Mackay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Nice one.
app.
Very
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
Will
we're on
we do-
Insta, TikTok.
Will we do one more, you reckon? Or is this might be
Grand final wrap up? Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Should we do something? I was thinking maybe this is an off-air chat, but should we drip feed something in the off season? Like
We did that last year, remember? Like a best of.
Yeah, but we
we
could
should do like a
we
cricket
could
themed
knock
one
out
or like a
a cricket app.
get Gilly on.
Oh, I'd love to speak to Gilly.
Yeah, well, he was going to come on, so
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Preview the summer of cricket.
yeah.
Big.
How do you reckon you go with your cricket stats? And
Mate, well, I'm the only one at the table. Well, if Gilly was here, there's only two in the room that have made hundreds.
Well, you don't know about my.
Yeah,
you don't know about Rollo.
I was really ordinary.
yeah. Well,
I
shock.
was once a hat trick ball. I got I got clean bowled for a hat trick.
Wouldn't be a worse feeling.
It was my first time batting on turf.
Oh,
And I just didn't read it.
Misjudged.
It didn't bounce.
Yeah,
We were playing for a short ball.
Yeah. I played for spin. Insta and TikTok at Ben and Harry Podcast. Send us a DM. And one more footy app. And then hopefully a cricket one. Good on you, boys.
Yeah.
Enjoy your grand
That's right.
final
Good
week.
luck,
Good luck,
Rollo.
mate. You'll need
Go
it, mate.
Blues.
Go Dons.
Go Lions.
Ooh,
Go Lions.
First time of the year, I reckon you said that.
Yeah, true.